Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So it's Wednesday night and I've sat down to record Thursday night's video, and well, to be honest, I had a bit of a kind of mental block really. So as you know, I've got my diary thing over there which basically shows all of the different videos I have planned for each week. And I suddenly had this feeling of the subject I was going to cover tonight probably wasn't going to make a very good video. And I kind of started to second guess it. I started to think, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? What's the point in doing it if it's not going to get many views? And to be honest, it got to a point where actually I was running out of time. But then something hit me. So last week, Luke from Luke's APS sent me a link to a video by another creator called Peter McKinnon. Now, you may or may not know him. He's a guy, he's relatively famous on YouTube, has millions of subscribers, and he makes a lot of kind of cinematic and photography videos. And he did a video last week, which was about sort of just being consistent and staying on that path to creativity, if you like. So if you decide to miss a day, if you say, oh, I've had a busy day at work, I don't really fancy making a video today, I think I'll just give it a miss, and that'll give me more time to think about what I'm going to do for my next one. And then you've missed one, you've kind of failed your schedule, and then you come a few days later to make another video, and you go, right, I still haven't really got an idea. What I'll do is I'll have the weekend off. I'll have a think about it. I'll kind of see how I feel next week, and then next week I'll do a fantastic one. I'll do my best video ever. I'll do the one that it's going to get thousands of views. It'll be brilliant. And then the longer that goes on, the easier it gets to fail, and the easier it gets to miss your deadlines, and the easier it gets to not upload videos when you said you would. And I found that really quite inspiring, because since the start of this year, I've been trying to do 5 videos every week. And other than the week I intentionally took off to have a holiday with the family, I've stuck to that schedule. And it got me thinking really just about how this not only affects me while I'm making videos and I kind of overthink things about how, is a video worth making? Is it going to do good enough? Am I wasting my time on it? But also when it comes to things like wargaming as well. So if you're painting your miniatures and you know you've got a hell of a lot of stuff to do, everybody's got that pile of shame, and you think, right, I'm going to paint something when I get in from work tonight. And then you get in and you kind of sit and you might have a shower and get changed, and then you might have a bit of dinner, and then you sit down to watch the TV and you think, oh, I'll not bother tonight. It's getting a bit late. My eyes are a bit tired. I'll not bother doing anything. I'll just do a little bit tomorrow night. And then tomorrow comes and the sun's shining when you get in from work. So you decide, oh, it's a bit nice to be sitting around the house really. I think what I'll do is I'll nip out, or I'm going to nip down the pub and have a pint. And then before you know it, 3, 4, 5, 6 days have gone by, weeks have gone by, and you've never lifted a paintbrush, and you get out of that kind of that creative feeling of what you get when you've been painting regularly, or when you're doing a little bit every day. You get out of that method of doing things, and it becomes much more difficult to get started again. Now, the same thing can happen as well when you're kind of overthinking about how you want to paint an army or how you want to paint a miniature, and you pick it up and you think, oh, I've got these Space Marines. Shall I do this chapter? Shall I do that chapter? I'm not really sure what colour I want to do it. What kind of base do I want to do? What else am I going to have in the army? Should I really be starting this one? I think what I'll do is I'll have a little think about it. I'll have a look online. Before you know it, you're watching kind of panda bears fighting in a jungle somewhere. And you're not kind of creating, you're not looking at what you started out doing. It's that feeling of a little bit of creativity often is a lot better than kind of having a big break and then trying to set yourself, I'm going to sit and paint all day Sunday, 8 hours, I'm going to blast through it all. Doing a little bit every day, or doing a little bit and often, can really help you kind of keep those creative juices flowing, keep your head in the state where you want to paint and you want to try new things and you really want to do it. If you have any length of time off, it can be really hard to kind of get back into that state of mind. And I think I've had that week off last week when I had some time away, and I found this week really hard. While I was doing 5 videos a week every day this year, I've done it for 2.5 months, and my head was in the right place. I knew where I was going. I didn't question anything. I just got into it. And actually, by having a week off, yes, it was great, and I loved having the time off with the family. But from a creative standpoint, it was actually quite difficult to get myself back into that headspace to start again. And that's why I've questioned kind of what I was going to do for Thursday's video. So it's a bit of a quick one really, and a bit of a ramble, and this hasn't been scripted, and I've not, it probably won't be edited very much either. I'm going to try and leave this one quite raw, if you like, just to show that sometimes things don't have to be perfect. You don't have to overthink everything. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be the best paint job you've ever done. You just sometimes need to pick up that brush and spend half an hour or spend an hour and just do something. Keep your head and your motivation in the right place. If you're getting a bit demotivated by what you're painting, pick something completely different up and paint something else. But just try and do that little and often, whether it's creative by making videos or whether it's by painting your armies. But you'll certainly feel the benefit for it if you just keep at it and do a little bit every now and then. So what do you think? Do you think that I'm talking complete rubbish, that I should just have a night off? I shouldn't bother doing a video? Do you think that you work better if you have a big break and then you come back to painting something and really kind of blast 3, 4, 5 hours into something? Do you find that if you're in a kind of a creative role, if you're in a position where you're constantly in the right kind of mental frame of mind, you become more creative? It certainly works for me. Anyway, there's a Thursday ramble out of the way. I did manage to do a video after all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.